Welcome to Susan G. Komen, Central and South Jersey's third webinar featuring registered dietitian from MD Anderson Cancer Center. My name is Gina Vinch. I'm the development manager at Komen CSNJ. Today we will be talking about whole food diets on a budget. Today we have with us Megan Lyons, a registered dietitian with MD Anderson Cancer Center. She made a career change just 2 short years ago after working as a veterinary technician for 11 years. She completed her master's in clinical nutrition about a year and a half ago and began her career working as a dietitian in the field of eating disorders. Most recently, when a position opened up at MD Anderson, she couldn't pass up the opportunity to apply for her dream job. She has always been very passionate about nutrition and how it works in the human body, especially in the setting of oncology. At MD Anderson, her focus is on gastrointestinal, lung, head, and neck cancer patients, but she does see patients with all types of cancer diagnoses. It is her responsibility to ensure that all patients can manage their nutrition-related side effects to treatment, as well as maintain their weight and hydration status. She is also a member of the Academy of Nutrition and Dietetics, as well as the Oncology Nutrition Practice Group. Thank you for being with us here today, Megan.
Thank you for having me. I'm really glad to be part of this organization today.
So let's jump right into things. Can you tell us a little bit about what nutrition concerns your patients typically have when starting out?
Sure. So when I meet patients for the first time and I do the first assessment, one of the questions that I ask is, do you have any difficulty affording groceries or obtaining food in the household? Oftentimes, most patients will say, not right now, but that's definitely one of my concerns moving forward during treatment. One of the other questions that I get is, how can I eat right for treatment? How can I keep my immune system up, keep my weight up? Do you have any special recommendations? So I always talk about the general recommendation for adequate protein intake, so getting plenty of chicken, fish, turkey, eggs, lots of fruits and vegetables, whole grains, and lots of water. When it comes to the financial issues, there's lots of ways that people can eat on a budget that don't have to break the bank.
So I understand many people ask, do I really need to buy organic? How do you respond to patients who ask about organic versus non-organic?
Sure. So the Environmental Working Group comes out with lists every year on foods that are high in pesticides and low in pesticides, and whether or not you need to purchase organic varieties. The Dirty Dozen is a list of 12 fruits and vegetables that farmers tend to use the most pesticides on. So if you're able to purchase these foods organically, if possible, that would definitely be the best. These foods include strawberries, grapes, spinach, apples, and peaches. The Clean 15 is another list that farmers tend to use the least amount of pesticides on. So with these foods, there's really no need to purchase organic. These are foods such as avocados, onions, broccoli, mushrooms, and honeydew.
While on the topic of fruits and vegetables, can you talk a little bit about the difference between fresh, frozen, and canned?
So, as I always encourage my patients to eat a wide variety of fruits and vegetables, many tell me that it's too expensive to purchase fresh weekly. Sometimes patients can't even make it to the grocery store, whether it's time or whether it's related to fatigue from treatment. So, just so they know that they do have other options available. Frozen fruits and vegetables actually are frozen at their peak ripeness, so they do tend to have a better nutrient content than fresh. If you think about the produce that sits in your refrigerator for a week, your frozen fruit is definitely going to be more nutritious. The other piece of that is frozen fruits and vegetables tend to be much more affordable. So this is just an example from my grocery store. 8 ounces of fresh strawberries and blueberries are $3.25. You can purchase 12 ounces of frozen mixed berries for $2.79. When we talk about canned fruits and vegetables, they certainly can be nutritious. There's just a couple of things that you do want to watch. Vegetables, you want to watch for added sodium. Make sure you're purchasing low sodium varieties and rinse them before eating. When it comes to canned fruit, choose fruits that are packed in water, their own juice, or light syrup. You can also drain all of that juice before eating. Frozen and canned fruits and vegetables are also more shelf stable. They last longer. You can keep them in your fridge or you can keep them in your freezer for a few weeks or a few months or in your pantry so you can have them for a long time.
Other than fruits and vegetables, what are ways patients can eat a balanced diet while on a budget?
Sure. So, my biggest piece of advice would be to plan. Always go food shopping with a list. Never go hungry. You can plan your meals out in advance, so you really only need to purchase what you need. This also limits the money that you're going to spend on takeout or going out to a restaurant. When you cook meals, choose recipes that will have leftovers. This way you can portion them out and freeze them or keep them in the refrigerator for a later date. This is especially, a really good piece of advice if you're not feeling well after chemo, if you're fatigued or you're nauseous and you just don't feel like cooking, that you have something nutritious readily available. The other thing is there is a website called Budget Bites. So Budget Bites has tons of recipes for all different kinds of meals. They even have vegan and vegetarian options. This website breaks down meals into the cost per meal so you know exactly what you're spending. So you can even plan ahead and know exactly how much you're going to spend before you go to the supermarket. There's even nutrition information on those recipes. So if you're looking for higher calorie or protein foods to help with your strength during treatment, you can certainly search for those recipes. They also have menus and recipe books that you can purchase. Lastly, whenever I talk to my patients, I always recommend, I want to provide them with online references, with reputable information. Two that I recommend are the American Cancer Society and the American Institute for Cancer Research. There's blogs, there's information, there's articles, there's recipes. There's even recipes for patients with various nutrition impact symptoms related to treatment. Let's say you're feeling nauseous, you don't really feel like eating, what can you make that won't cause you to feel, more nauseous? These websites are great because they have those recipes.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us today, Megan. Maintaining a healthy lifestyle is so important for everyone, and the information you provided us with was very helpful. Thank you for joining Komen for another one of our digital series webinars. Keep a lookout for our next one in the upcoming weeks. Save the date. Komen, New Jersey will be hosting our More Than Pink Walk on Sunday, October 4th at Six Flags Great Adventure in Jackson, New Jersey. Join us in the fight against breast cancer by registering as an individual or a team for a special $10 early bird rate. Visit our website at www.komencsnj.org, hover over the Events tab, then click on the 2020 More Than Pink Walk to register today. We hope to see you there.